I've always felt, and I've told this to my mom since I was a kid, there's always something missing. There's always something missing. There's always something missing. And I try to fill that void with work. I try to fill that void with girls. I try to fill that void with alcohol. But now I get to be me, because you know what? I love me. There's 7 billion people in the world, right? Mm-hmm. What am I supposed to get along with everybody and have the same point of view? It's like, nah, bro, I don't work that way. There's a lot of people I'm not going to get along with. And that's okay. There's a lot of people that are not going to like me. That's okay. It's not like, screw you. No, it's okay you don't like me. There's a lot of girls that don't like bald guys. Like, what, am I going to get mad and pissed and all of a sudden start wearing a wig? No, I'm a bald, guy with the brocha. But it's okay not to be liked by everybody as long as you like yourself.
Welcome, bro. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you both. Thank you for having me. And we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
You rolled up in your it's really nice BMW.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I came in my patamobile.
In Guatemala, they're called tuk-tuks.
Tuk-tuks. You're Guatemalan?
Yeah.
Chapin.
Yeah, Chapin.
He just got back from Guatemala too.
Right. And I just got my brown skin
Did
back
you bring
too.
some? Did you bring some pollo campero?
Yeah, exactly. Right. No, we had pollo campero. Here's the one thing I said. When I went to Guatemala, George, the fruit. Let's talk about the fruit, for example. The papaya, the watermelon, apple, all the fruit, bananas, plátanos, taste so much sweeter. Almost like the way fruit is supposed to taste, right? If we lived in a perfect world. When I came back here and I had that fruit.
You sound like my dad. Bro, like, what is it? He loves fruit. Mm-hmm. My dad's in El Salvador right now. Wait, actually, no. I'm lying. My dad just came back from El Salvador. So about maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I get a phone call or a text from one of my cousins, and they're like, bro, your dad's doing bad. Like really bad. I'm in bed. It's like almost midnight. And my dad had a quadruple bypass probably about a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. He's older, so like immediate worry, like what the fuck's going on, So trying to reach out to him, trying to get a hold of him. Long story short, he drank and ate 20 coconuts in 24 hours. That's not good, bro. Like, who
does that?
So I call him and I'm just like, what's wrong? He's like, oh man, I'm so bad. One of my friends here in El Salvador said that there's like a flu going around. He told me to be careful. I'm like, well, what did you eat? He's like, I don't know, man. I bought like 10 coconuts yesterday. I bought like 10 coconuts this morning. I'm like, dude, that's too much coconut water.
Yeah.
But that's my dad. He just went to El Salvador to plant all these fruit trees. So you're just like my dad.
Here's the point I was trying to make. The fruit tastes so much different there than it does here in America.
The pesticide.
It's almost like we're being we're almost like we're being what is that? What is the thing? We are. It's wild. Anyway, the food is fantastic over there.
How long were you there for?
It really is there. Let's see. I was there for about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
About a week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not my first time there. I've been there before.
You have family there?
I remember being 8 years old as a child and hopping on an airplane by myself at 8 years old.
That's how you came here?
Going to Guatemala. No,
there?
Yeah. It was a summer vacation.
Oh, wow.
So that's how my parents got rid of me. They sent me on an airplane international. But see, here's the thing, though. And George, maybe you can attest. I don't know. I mean, when you travel internationally and you come back home from a different country, it does something to you. It does something to your DNA, or it teaches you something. And I don't know what exactly it is, but it changes you.
Mm-hmm. What's your lesson from it? I'll tell you mine.
For me, okay, I'll tell you. I have the answer. I had to slow down because what I learned in Guatemala is everybody there, and I saw some of the cutest girls, bro. And this was not even in Guatemala City. This was like out in the country. And I look at them and they're in the middle of nowhere. And I walk in with a little bit of American confidence, like, they're going to see an American guy and, woohoo. But the longer I looked and I studied them, I learned and I realized they don't need to be saved. They're happy. Mm-hmm. They're happy where they are. And that made me ask myself, okay, well, am I like that person at home? Am I happy? Am I content? Am I okay? I'm too fast paced. I'm a high frequency, high energy dude. And naturally,
No, he really is.
I needed to slow down. So when you asked me that, George, I came back home and I'm like, you know what? I need to value my sleep. I need to make sure that I'm on a better sleep schedule, relax a little bit, take things off and just chill, you know? You don't have to carry everything on your shoulders. And that's what I've learned anyway. What about you?
So what you learn is to be kind to yourself.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, and I think I've never been to El Salvador. My family's from El Salvador, right? So I came here when I was 5.
My grandpa's from El Salvador, actually, yeah.
Well, there you go. And we probably say bicho and the same things, you know?
Yeah.
But what I learned is like, they live slower. They live slower. I've learned to appreciate the food in my belly, shelter over my head, and the love from like my family and friends. That's all I need at the end of the day. And for me, it wasn't just necessarily traveling to Mexico or going to TJ or going to Cabo and like seeing like how other people live, but like a lot of the things that I lost in my 20s, you know, like the money, the cars, the houses, the wealth, and then friends just go, it's like, I don't need any of that. And you need to learn to slow down.
There's this clip of Patrick Davis.
Patrick Bet David.
Talking about every man, when a man goes through life and he completely loses all of his money, he loses all of his property, all of his houses, he loses the girlfriend, he loses the wife, he loses the job, he loses the identity. Those things suck, and they suck big time. And in that moment, it's almost like, well, you know, is there any more of a reason to live at that point? You hit rock bottom mentally in a way that it's hard to verbalize and explain, you know, on a podcast. But at the same time, he says, every man should go through that because it builds them and it crafts them and it refines them to be a real man. And it feels like every man's been, and for me, when I lost everything, I lost everything too. I lost everything more recent, I think, than you did. But so I want to hear about your story first because I want to hear about that. But when I lost everything, I'll tell you what, George, the guy I was before losing everything, he was a star that wanted to shine bright, but no control. You couldn't lasso him. It's just no definition, no control, no refinement. It's just, I wasn't proud of that. And I don't know what was missing in my life, but the word is grit. I was missing grit and I didn't have that edge. So when life handed me all this, it sucked. It was the worst thing ever in my entire life. But I'll tell you this, I will never go back to the person I was. I am very happy with who I am today. So I know, and you and I haven't talked that much, but I know that you've been through all of it. So you talked about losing everything. What was happening in your life? What did you lose?
I mean, my Feet Finder account went down. My following
Am I going to stop paying for that?
Well, you know what? You have a lifetime membership.
Well, thank you.
For free.
Dude, honestly, man, it's I've always felt, and I've told this to my mom since I was a kid, there's always something missing. There's always something missing. There's always something missing. And I try to fill that void with work. I try to fill that void with girls. I try to fill that void with alcohol. I've tried to fill that void many, many ways. You know, I have an addictive personality, like 100%. Like if I work, I work. If we party, we party. And so accepting yourself is, I think it's one of the most difficult things to do. It's like you're always reaching, you're always trying, you're always doing, but you have to get to a point. I feel personally, it's like where I have to accept and love myself. Diego, you know my younger brother Diego. He's like, why aren't you kinder to yourself? You know, why is that voice in your head so? It's like a drill sergeant in my head. I also learned that drill sergeant in my head is what motivates me. Right. That's how I function. I don't function with positive encouragement. I don't function with someone telling me good job. It's like, okay, cool. You know, I picked up my mom from the airport yesterday. She just came back from Utah. And, you know, she's telling me she's like these goals, these things that she wants to do with her business. And I'm like, yeah, I know you're going to do it. That's my simple response to her, right? And then I said, you know, it's your fault. You raised me this way to respond that way, right? Rather than be completely encouraging, it's like, that's my mom. She's always done it. My mom's always killed it. My mom's just like a go-getter, someone I look up to. And that's the same way that I've always looked at myself in that sense. It's expected of me to do more. I'm the older brother, right?
You're the oldest one?
Yeah, I'm the oldest one. Mm-hmm. Came to this country when I was 5, didn't learn the language. Didn't know the language. You know, my parents, you know, they came here with 3 kids, university educated, and then they start, you know, offloading trucks at Costco, you know. So I think in life I've always tried, but then I got to a certain point in a certain time in my life where it was getting money, right? Getting money, going after the money. Probably around maybe 16, 17. And that getting the money was trying to fill that void. Right? Getting the money was trying to fill that void. And then you quickly find out, probably not too quickly, but you quickly find out that the friends that are around you because of money, they're not your friends. Right? I remember going to the bar, dude. I remember
That's
going.
harsh too.
It's messed up, but it's a good lesson.
You know, like, God, I it's a good lesson. It's a tough lesson though, man.
Tough.
It is tough. Because even right now, I'll tell you this right now. I am in that bottlenecked isolation period where, you know where you can find me, George? 7 days a week.
Here.
Right here. I look like Tom Hanks in the movie where he plays in Castaway. I have his beard. Well done. I'm sitting on the floor with a little.
That is an exaggeration.
When you lose everybody and everything, and you feel like everybody who's been around you really liked you for you, you begin to realize, well, you start to question yourself. At least I'm questioning myself. Am I changing too rapidly? Who am I becoming? I don't know. I knew who I was and I mastered that. Maybe that's how you felt.
To me, man, I always say this because a lot of it had to do with alcohol, right? Getting to my sobriety. And a lot of mistakes that I made, you know, when I was young, late teens, early 20s. And I've always said that me, like just the real me, my genuine heart, my good intentions towards people, that's never going to change, ever, right? The fact that I always want to pay it forward, the fact that I always want to help out, the fact that I'll give money to a homeless guy, even though he's going to do, you know, whatever he wants to do with it. But did I make bad choices? 100%, you know? And so sometimes when I look back in time, I'm like, damn, man, some people that don't know me or that didn't get to know me, like the full essence of me, are the ones that aren't my friends, right? And what's in their mind and their recollection of a George they once knew 15 years ago, right? Where they just saw the guy getting on stage and just raging, right? But they never knew the other side of me. And there's so many sides to us. I tell people, it's like, dude, what you see on social media is not real, bro. You think that's real? You think that's like 100% me? It's a personality. It's a side of me.
Right.
When I host these events, whether it's a charity event, I have to be super sociable, or like a house parties event or anything that I'm involved in, I got to bring out this energy, right? I got to be this person.
Yeah.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I'm super like quiet. I like being at my house. I like painting. I like watching TV. I love being alone. So it's like this, like, wait, who are you? I'm like, I'm everyone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But again, it does go back to people. I never want to allow my past to dictate how I treat someone, in the sense that they're not the ones who hurt me. Right. They're not the ones that did that to me. And I'm always going to see the good in people. Maybe it's a flaw. Maybe
I do
it's
that
a flaw
to
of
a
mine.
fault. Yeah, I do that to a fault.
I'm more careful. I'm more careful to be like, okay, but let me see where this goes.
Right.
But that's not going to change. There's been so many people like, dude, you're too nice. Dude, you're too forgiving. Well, why would I not forgive? Like, why would I want to hold down to that resentment? Like, I don't want to be like everybody else, living with resentment, doing bad deals, judging people before I get to know them, judging people because of what someone said. It's like, they didn't do me wrong. Like maybe, what did you do?
Yeah.
Well, what did you do for? You said you were making money at 17 years old. What were you doing?
I was selling Polaroids, Feet Finder account before it was a Feet Finder account. No, I was doing mortgages. So at 17 years old,
back in the MySpace days, he got his account taken off for that reason.
yeah, I had my top 8 accounts were my sugar daddies. No, dude, I was so I had just gotten kindly kicked out of Etiwanda High School.
Oh, you got kicked out.
Well, not on paperwork, but we arrived to school and we were greeted by all the security guards at the front. And they said, we believe it's safer for you to no longer attend this school.
You personally? Like you directly?
It's safer for you or for everybody else? What did they mean by that?
Yeah, everybody else.
What were you doing? Like fighting a bunch of people or what?
I guess so. Or I knew a bunch of people that fought a bunch of people, and back in the day it was all the party crew scene, and I ran around with a lot of different people that caused a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And then it's 3 of us, right? So it's 3 brothers. We're always around each other. And so they approached us with that and they just said, we don't want you to come to school here anymore.
Yeah.
It's not a formal expulsion or anything like that. It was almost like an ask.
Yeah, like will you voluntarily leave this place?
Correct.
It's not good for you here.
Correct.
So you could have stayed if you wanted to.
I could have.
But I guess back then the rules were different. It's not so.
It
like
was
a lot
weird,
of stuff was
dude.
different
It
back
was
then.
super weird. Like pulling up. I remember just pulling up and like the 5 security guards that they had. I remember speaking to 2 of them and just like, I guess we're getting kicked out. I don't know.
So was it you and your brothers together or was it just you?
Yeah.
So you roll up with your brothers to school on a regular whatever,
day.
Monday or Tuesday morning at Etiwanda High School.
Mm-hmm.
And when you pull in and you start walking in, there's security guards?
Yeah, they just stopped us right
and they
there.
just stopped you
Yeah.
without a warning.
No, I mean, they were there. It was kind of weird. Like, why are they all just here? But they were just like, it seemed like they were waiting for us.
Yeah.
So
what'd you do?
So I left Etiwanda. I left Etiwanda on my 4th year, 3 months before graduating. Which sucked.
Well, here's my question. Why would you leave 3 months before graduation? I mean, were you on track to graduate?
Yeah. I was ahead. Again, I've made some bad choices, but I'm a super smart guy. So
He said, I knew what I was doing was wrong. I just did it anyway.
Okay, so the pending gloom and situation and the reason that they approached us was more like if I want to stay, which I could stay, I would really be poking a sleeping bear, which could backfire on me big time.
I'm lost. I am completely lost. Help me understand. So you if you're 3-4 months from graduating and then security comes out and says you shouldn't go here anymore.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
Like they were going to make your life a living hell if you stayed there kind of thing or make it impossible for you.
Not them, more the police department.
Oh, okay. So it was like maybe an ongoing matter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like bigger stuff.
Got it.
And again, kind of the party cruise and everything that revolved around that.
And by the way, for those who have no idea about these party crews, I tried doing a show once and it's very, you know what, George, it's very hard to translate that world of what happened in those few years to this new generation.
If you weren't there, it's very hard to paint a picture.
Show them.
You can. You can show them the outsiders.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Show them the outsiders.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, that's a good movie, but it's hard to translate that era because it was so unique.
I mean, honestly, dude, I don't know what happens nowadays, but it's like, seriously, you got a problem? I'll see you at the park after school. It's going to go down. It's that simple. Right?
Well, for me, it's usually on the 10 freeway. I'm ready to...
Well, I heard your car blew up on the 10 freeway.
It did blow up on the 10 freeway.
But did someone blow it up on the 10 freeway? That's the question. Because Freddie might have flipped him off first. And then,
really?
No. Not that time. Not that time. No. But yeah, it was an interesting era though, because I guess what I'm getting to, George, is the intensity of it, because on surface, man, the first time I walked into one of those nightclubs, it was Club 51. Yeah, while Good Times was happening, it was the off one, Club 51 at the Granada Theater in the city of Ontario. And I was like probably a sophomore in high school, and I had to beg my mom, Mom, please let me go. And
it's all ages.
Yeah, it's all ages.
Was it Ontario or Pomona?
This one was Ontario.
Okay.
Right off
I'm trying to remember where.
And so I had to go with like a buddy of mine who was older. She trusted, and we got in there. And I've never been to a club in my life before. So we get over there. They have these like bat signals, these spotlights, searchlights that are just shooting up from the street.
Yep.
You could see them from like cities away. It's a Friday night, and we get there, and you could see just a huge crowd wrapped around the building. And I'm like, oh, the adrenaline, the energy's starting to pump up. And I'm like, what is this? This is new.
From the outside.
And, we get inside, and I said, I always remember this. I said, I've never heard music that loud inside of a place in my life. And then the craziest part is this. So Sarah, that I had chemistry class with, innocent, cute little Sarah. I saw her and I'm like, oh my God, she's in go-go. Sarah? What? Yeah, so that night changed my life.
I'm glad there was less cameras back then.
Dude,
it was wild.
Thank God.
I'm so glad.
It was wild times. I mean, it was wild. I saw people with their moms there. It was just it blew my mind. It was a wild time. Everyone had the way they dressed. It was the Harley Davidson boots, and it was the belt buckles, and it was you roll up the sleeves like James Dean, and just like you. Yeah, exactly. Dude,
that style hasn't left me, my friend.
I love it. I mean, I loved it then, and I love it now.
Something that I grew up with that I did not know I grew up with, which was Pedro Infante, Marlon Brando, James Dean, Elvis. So those are the OG rebels to me, right? Like that style is the same style modified that Rebels picked up on, right? Obviously, you had your groovers, you had your candy kids, you had your gangsters. You had a bunch of people, like a bunch of different styles that, everybody wanted to dress, a different way.
Yeah.
But for me, when I was about 13, my brother Mike played on a soccer team. I remember we were in Southbridge, and, all the kids are in the backyard. All the kids are hanging out, playing around. They're all younger than I am. And these two dudes show up, man. I think one of them, his name was Alex. I know the other, well, his name is Alex. The other guy's name's Hooters. Again, I'm a 13-year-old kid.
Yeah.
These are grown-ass men.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They walk in with wife beaters.
Yeah.
Those who don't know what wife beaters are, it's the
white undershirt.
White undershirt. Both wearing Levi's. One has brown faded Harleys. The other has black Harleys, cuffed. Right?
Yep.
Wallet chain.
Yep.
Hooters had like these red contacts on. It looked like...
I remember that.
Yeah.
Do they look like, to me as a little kid, I remember telling my cousin, I'm like, oh, I want to grow up and I want to get tattooed. And man, she's like, you want to get tattooed? I was like, yeah, I want to look like those guys. It's like they remind me, again, of the James Dean.
They look like out of place, like at another place in time.
100%. The bell bottoms, the old school collared shirts with the stripes. My dad wouldn't let me wear any of that shit. My dad was like almost like old school greaser, white tees, Levi's and Chucks. But I wanted to throw on the boots. I wanted to cut my jeans. So I go to Emmanuel's house before school, change, and then into his brother's clothes or his clothes, and then go to school.
Talk about effort.
Oh, man.
Us girls used to do that too, but for a different reason.
Yeah.
I put on the booty shorts and then, I'd go to school. But
I'd leave with a sweatshirt on.
Yeah, dude, my dad was so strict. My dad was so strict in regards to allowing us to like venture out, right? In regards to style. But we're literally like 15 years old walking through Fontana in the middle of the night. and we're getting hit up by people driving by. I remember getting hit up by stray cats, right? A car full of guys driving in one direction, busting a U-turn, pulling up right next to us. Where you from? Now, when you hear where you from, like that's gang.
Yeah.
Right? So it started to get to these party crews started to get to be like gangs.
Yeah.
Right?
It was very similar.
Very similar. So at first it was to have fun, to ditch, to go hang out, to go, for me, it was to be around the girls, be around the friends. But I started seeing that it started turning into something different, right? People were getting jumped in, right? Yep. People were getting burned in, right? Cigarette burns.
I remember that really well.
Like a cow.
Yep.
Product. Branded. And so,
in fact, I got a burn on my back still from it.
Do you?
I swear. I really
Where you from?
I know, right?
Where are you from, Freddie? Where are you from?
There's a lowly caveman here.
Bro, but the party crew stuff, like for people that don't know like what party crews were, you would have parties. You'd have backyard parties. You wouldn't go to school. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you'd have ditching parties.
Yeah.
We would charge, so we would have these parties ourselves. Yeah. Right? Bring your own beer. Yeah. BYOB. I didn't drink at the time, so I didn't have to worry about that. We used to charge the guys $5 to $10. So if 5 guys show up, it's like, $5 each. Yeah. Girls get in free, or girls show us your thong and get in free. Whatever. It was to get girls and to hang out with guys.
Yeah.
To hang out with your male friends. Now, most of the guys that are in party crews are usually alpha guys. Mm-hmm. Meaning these are the guys that fight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? They're not the nerdy kids. They're not the punk kids. These are the kids that are going to sneak out of the house. These are the guys that are going to put on brass knuckles. These are the guys that are going to pull out
knuckles.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Wow. These are the guys that are going to pull out switchblades. So it wasn't like, oh, these are just parties. It's like, it was parties, but there was a lot of violence. My brother.
People got shot.
People got shot.
Yeah.
We got shot.
I have a friend who has a bullet hole through her arm. You can still see that where it went in and came out running at a party, like one of those parties.
I mean, you're at an age where there's a lot of testosterone, right? You're going through what is that thing called? Your balls are dropping.
But isn't that wild though that people at that age with that little of education? I mean, some people had education, but not much. They weren't professional, yet they were able to rent out the Fox Theater or some giant warehouse and do a not legit, but legit business.
It was talking
and make money. It was like they would do what Insomniac does now, but without the what am I trying to say? The
silverback gorilla.
Yeah. The silver humpback whale? What are we talking about here?
What?
I'm lost. No, but without all the bells and whistles, basically, is what I'm trying to say, because they had nothing.
They didn't even have the money yet.
So how were they able to pull that off?
Bro, I don't know how we did it. We were kids, and, someone's parents left the house, and again, we'd have the party line, right? I remember calling it a party line.
By the way, who did that?
I loved the party line.
Who did that video? I think it's a buddy of yours. They produced this video of a party line, and it's like this, like it was done really well.
It's an upcoming film. It's The Lost Angels. Okay. It's Alex and Carnival Films. They're working on doing a short movie.
Okay.
And so they shot a trailer. We were there behind the scenes, and they asked me to send them dance videos. Like, hey, send us some dance videos for these kids, because these kids don't know what this music is, right?
Yeah.
So sent them a bunch of dance videos, and we shot some behind the scenes stuff. And it was cool, man. It was really cool. I even gave up my jacket. Actually, the jacket that I'm wearing here is in the trailer. One of the guys is wearing it.
Yeah.
Gave up my rings to the guys. Like, hey, you don't look like a rebel, dude. Like, put this on, So
yeah,
it's cool, man. People can go to donate. Go to his Instagram. It's Carnival Pictures, and you guys can donate.
What's the reason why he did that?
He grew up in the scene, and he's a filmmaker.
So he just wants to pay homage and kind of show everybody else what it kind of is like.
That's
Correct.
Cool. I like it.
He's really talented.
Yeah. I met this guy maybe about 15 years ago, man. and I was doing a lot of cancer drives at the time for someone I was dating. And I met him, and then it turns out he knows my tattoo artist. Then my tattoo artist was like, yo, dude, you got to get in contact with this guy, like, to be on your podcast. He's like, oh, shit. He's like, I just saw that you were, like, behind the scenes of this movie. So it's a small world, and he's a good guy, and I wish him all the best. I hope that he's able to generate enough money to be able to shoot it. You know, it's encouraging to see that a story of us gets told, you know. It's some wild times.
Because it was a short period of time, too.
You're right. It was very short.
It was intense, but it was such a short time, and it was over in a blink.
Well, yeah. So this leads to house parties in the 90s because the filmmaker did that, but you are kind of legit bringing it back to life again.
Yeah, so that big shout out to Biggs, man, Mr. Biggs from House Parties in the 90s. So he started the page, I want to say, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. And it was just to be able to share the nostalgia. I remember the first day of Etijuana High School wearing a black guayabera with black Dickies, with my black flat nose Harleys, belt buckle, chain wallet, my hair like a helmet all the way back, bro.
You started young then, really, 13 years old. See, I started DJing at 13, but I don't think I got into the scene because there's no way I could even try to.
They would not let
Bro,
him.
you know what I used to do? And I'm sure that you did this too. I used to call Carlos O'Brien's.
Yeah.
I remember Carlos O'Brien's.
Yes.
And I would tell him, I'm like, hey, I'm an out-of-town promoter. We're here in town to do a show. I have my DJ with me. But we'd like to see if we can come to your venue, maybe just spin for a night. We're just, we're here from Colombia.
Yeah.
Guess who my DJ was?
Yeah, Lewis.
Exactly.
Mr. Columbia himself.
Yeah.
So we would show up before opening time, and we show up with his like records and stuff.
Right.
Get him to spin, and they're like, oh shit, this kid can spin. And again, we were 15, 16.
They'd be like, you guys could stay.
They're like, yeah, they would tell you guys could stay, please don't drink.
Yeah.
Please don't drink. And we're like, nah, man, we just want to hang out.
Yeah.
So then Lewis would spin. They wouldn't put him in the main room, but they put him in,
Right.
smaller room. And then obviously they understood at the end of the day that it was just a farce, because then we'd be calling like a couple weeks later, like, hey, can we, like, man, these guys flying from Colombia all the time. Yeah. So anyways, so we would, in high school, I met more people that were rebels, and I don't want that there wasn't that many rebels, or there wasn't really that many people from the party scene. That was more like in Fontana, Rialto, Bloomington, San Bernardino, where the dogs were, TYO, and Etijuana is like predominantly white, white, Asian, black.
Rancho was pretty mixed.
Rancho was mixed.
Yeah, Rancho was mixed pretty well.
Not Etijuana, bro. Yeah. We stuck out like a sore thumb. I remember teachers telling me like, oh, the best dressed man, in high school. Why? Because I would wear my suit, and pop collar, and, everything was creased. Everything was really nice. But we would leave school, go hang out, and then go to the Chevron gas station, go pick up Live magazine to see who was in it. Like, did we come out in the pictures?
That's so cool.
Start flipping through.
You guys actually brought it to life where you guys are renting out a place now and legit selling tickets, having people come down, and it's literally house music from the 90s.
Yeah, it's deep house, it's house, it's Latin house, it's cumbia, merengue, all that
Drove
stuff.
my parents crazy.
By the way, can you tell whoever's DJing not to skip pause Morrissey ever again? I'm just
Yeah, Morrissey, K-Rock, flashbacks,
awesome.
bro.
The flashbacks.
Those are my favorite.
Dude, we got to go. So,
Yeah, shout out to DJ Wicked E, man. He really got down with that set. And it's fun, dude. Like, the feedback that we get is people are going to these events. It's good vibes, right?
Yeah.
No one's there to fight, cause
everyone's
trouble.
older now,
Everyone's
right?
older.
Everyone has mortgages
That's
now.
cool, though. I like
And
that.
you get to dance. That's the biggest thing that we hear from venues, which is so weird to me. Like, they're just, recording the DJs. That's what they do now.
Yeah.
But when you guys have your events, everybody's dancing. I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do with music.
Yeah.
That's how I went viral on TikTok, because I would see these little kids, right? And these little kids, they would do these hand dances. And I'm like, what is that? that is not dancing. Let me show these little numbnuts what dancing really is. And then there goes virality. Because I think, music reminds you of a time and place.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, it's so nostalgic, bro. I remember hearing the Doors. We were at Victoria Park at a party, the big fight. We all ran to the car. We get in the car, turn it on, start booking it. Going through Victoria Park, the Doors are playing. Break Me On Through the Other Side. Break on through. And we're just in the truck and it's just blaring, bro. Yeah. Cops, going to where the party was. Music to me, I need it every day. As soon as I wake up, I have my music going on. I'll be listening to corridos, to Elvis, you know.
Well, then after we're done, let's stay after because I want to preview my speakers so you can kind of.
You have to listen to how it sounds in here. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's legit. I remember there was a fight. I think this was like sophomore year. A lot happened in my sophomore year of high school, and it was after school, and it was a big rumble between two party crews. And I get there, and a buddy of mine says, "Hey, take this pocket knife, butterfly knife." I said, "Okay, cool." So I go over there, and I'm wearing these baggy cargo shorts, with the white tee, rolled up sleeves. And we get there, and then I don't do nothing. I'm like I'm like playing sideline, but all of a sudden, while they just start to fight, it's Rancho Cucamonga. The cops get pulled. The cops get called.
Yeah.
So
fast.
So as soon as you hear the sirens, everybody disperses in a matter of seconds. So I'm also right, but me, who never gets into trouble in high school for the most part, I get caught. I'm the only one, George, who gets caught by the cop because I drove
with a knife.
In the Etowando or even the Rancho area, you can cut through those neighborhoods. They have those little mini sidewalks between the houses.
Right.
I ended up running right into a cop, and I'm like, "Oh no!" And he stopped me.
Oh, hello.
I was so out of breath, and he says, "Stay right here." I'm like, "Oh, great." And he's like, "So you were fighting, huh?" I'm like, "Oh, I wasn't fighting at all. I was just watching."
Look at my knuckles. They're so clean.
And he goes, "Okay, let me pat you down." So he's patting me down. And he gets to my shorts and he starts feeling this. And he goes, "What is this?" And he said, "Oh, I have asthma." It's an inhaler. Did
that work?
That's a sharp inhaler.
I'll tell you what. No.
Get your ass on the floor.
It did not work.
How come I didn't know this story?
I'm Doug
I
Life.
was a senior.
Come on. That was the first time in my entire life I was threatened to be shipped off to Texas. And I said, "Okay, I'm going to change my life around."
How come I didn't know this?
Lo and behold, I had to end up going to Texas anyway years later. But
forced again.
I was forced again. Something about Texas and me. But yeah, it's true. I remember those parties and worst day of my life.
And you know what? See, that's the big thing. My dad has always said, when you grow up, you understand. When you get older, you understand. Mom's always tells me that. And it's like you're guilty by association.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want to get in trouble for saying this, but I have no problem throwing down. I have no problem with, we got a problem, then let's fix it. Right. Let's throw blows. And once we're done, there's a winner, there's a loser, and we walk our separate ways.
And maybe that's what's missing in today's society.
It's definitely
people
missing.
Don't, because even sometimes you can fight somebody, right? And you guys can be okay. At least there's a level of respect afterwards, and you can just walk away and it's fine.
Yep.
But now people are bottling up so much aggression, and they're just internalizing.
And they're crazy now.
I think, sir, there's a state. I've heard that there's a state because I've said this argument many times. Like, right. So you and I have an argument, right? I sign a waiver. You sign a waiver. I mean, it doesn't have to be that complicated, but let's just assume that your waiver is signed, my waiver is signed, and we duke it out. We're done. I'm not going to press charges. You're not going to press charges. But if a cop sees this fight here in California, we're both getting arrested.
Yeah.
Why? He wants to fight me. I want to fight him.
Yeah.
I want to kick in his face. He wants to kick in mine. We're both grown-ass men. We know the consequences. Why can't we fight? So I think there's a state that allows that.
Which state?
I have no idea, but maybe we should go there and find out.
It's so funny because
we should pick a fight there.
You can get arrested for just wanting to have a friendly little, man-to-man, mano-to-mano fist fight, but you can go into like a Macy's store and steal a bunch of purses
And they let you
everything.
go.
And they don't even slap your hand.
And they're not even allowed to chase you out the store.
It's a wild time we live in. But anyway, so house parties of the 90s, these events are
We don't fight at these events, by the way.
We do not.
No
This was-
fighting.
this was
no
back in the
guns,
day,
nothing.
ladies and
Back in the
gentlemen.
day, all right? We're talking about back in the day. So now, man, it's
How often are these events?
so we try to space them out because we don't want, we know it's an older demographic. Most of our audience is 35 and older, right? That's coming to these events. So we try to do it every 2 months. It's super cool to see all these people vibing, man. There's nothing better to see than just people having fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're having fun. They're lost in the moment. People are battling. We did a best dance contest recently, and we did a best dress contest. So like dress, like the 80s,
That's
right?
awesome.
So girls are coming up like as pinups.
They got to see this guy on TikTok do his dances.
Now I got to look on his TikTok and see his
it was like, how do we pinpoint George? Okay, George is the real estate rebel dancer. What is he? Who is he? What does he do? I don't know, but he dances well. Have you seen his TikTok?
Now I got to check it out because I haven't seen it.
I was at 7-Eleven probably a couple months ago. I tend to pull over in random parking lots and have my cigarette and my Red Bull. And so like I'm standing in 7-Eleven and this truck full of guys drives by. They're like, "Hey, you that Red Bull on TikTok?"
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean it happens often,
That's
but
cool.
it's kind of weird. The weirdest place that I've gotten recognized is in Vegas, walking down the strip, and I was not in the right mind at the moment, so it was really like oh man, this feels so weird. It probably like nowhere near what a celebrity would feel like, but just to know that people know who you are and there's several people and they're looking at you, it's like, oh, dude, I really just want to be in my room right now. This is kind of weird. Like,
What was your first viral moment ever?
I was dancing to rock and roll, man.
What song is that?
Well, that's not a song. It's
Just rock and roll,
rock
period.
and roll, but
Oh, okay.
OG rock and roll.
Oh.
So I'm talking about like 50s rock and roll, right?
So like, give me an example.
Like Dion, all
Okay,
right?
okay.
Like The Wanderer,
Okay.
like Big Bopper type shit. So I grew up on that music. I grew up on cumbia, salsa, merengue, that's what my dad would listen to. But with my grandmother and my uncles, I grew up on Elvis. I grew up on Elvis and Cola 99.9. Care, the 101.
Yep.
I grew up on that
Thanks
music.
for that shout out, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely, my friend. So I grew up on that music. I love that music. It's if I had a genre to pick for the rest of my life and I couldn't listen to anything else, I'd probably pick that music, dude. It's like the 50s to me, again, like music, style, so much from that era.
Style. There was a lot of style there too that went with that rock and roll. So you would say if you had to pick any decade of music to take with you for the rest of your life, you would say it was 1950s rock and roll.
1950s rock and roll.
What about you, Michelle?
I like 1950s rock and roll, but I'm an 80s girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm an 80s guy. I can because you know why with the 80s there's Morrissey, there's Depeche Mode.
I like 70s a lot too. So
I do
70s,
too.
80s, like disco.
Bee Gees.
Into disco into the 80s.
Right.
That transition, it was good.
I like those. I'll give you those.
And 90s R&B.
Oh God, no. What's yours?
90s hip hop.
I
was
love
the best.
90s hip hop
Because that was
that's a
Tupac,
given.
B.I.G., that was a Tribe Called Quest, that was
90s hip hop
Nas.
is
I think the moment hip hop fell off is when the Ja Rule era. For me, that was just
the mumble rappers
it
now.
fell. Oh, that's not even rap. I don't even know what that is. What are these kids listening to anymore?
Dude, see, that's the thing. Miguel liked that music. All right. So Miguel liked Biggie. Miguel liked Tupac, KRS.
Wu-Tang.
Okay. So this is the thing. I hated with a passion that music.
Really?
You turn that shit off. Like, I don't want to
I
hear it.
love it.
Right. 90s sex, baby making music R&B, like Genuine and Pony and all that. I hated it.
That's funny.
So I got older and I started listening to the lyrics. I'm like, oh shit. Like, this is really fucking dope. So sometimes I'm driving, pull over, I meet up with people.
Your cigarette and Red Bull?
Exactly. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you listening to?
Making
You're
a
listening to
TikTok.
hip-hop?
90s hip hop TikTok.
No, but I like that music now.
I think for me, when I was a kid, when I would listen to music, I would never listen to lyrics. I would just listen to the sound, the music of it. That's what did it for me. And women always tend, at least in my life, have always paid attention to the lyrics. But for me, at least, it was always just the sound of the music. That's what it was for me.
What's it for you?
I think when I was younger, it was the music. Then older, it's definitely the lyrics. But I used to be one of those like young people, I guess kids, weren't teenagers, we're kids, that would listen to the lyrics and write them down.
Yeah.
Because remember, we didn't have the luxury of having it interpreted.
Rewind
if you
it?
look it up online,
Yeah.
rewind it, write it down, rewind it, write it down. And then so I could memorize it. So I guess I did really like the lyrics back then. But I was one of those people that would write it down because I wanted to know what they were saying and I wanted to memorize it.
We're talking about Morrissey, and you're a big fan of Morrissey. I'm a big fan of Morrissey, and you were at the Cruel World Music Festival 2 years ago when Morrissey was headlining. Was that?
Yeah, about 2 years ago, man.
Wasn't that? That was the best. You and I went to the best Cruel World ever.
It was amazing until I had to leave.
What happened?
Why does he keep getting kicked out of places? What's going on here?
So I did the whole VIP thing, right?
Yeah.
I hate waiting in line. I'm not waiting in line. I'm paying for the pass.
Right. Good man.
I don't like walking far. I'm paying for
That was
the front.
a far walk because I was, I think I was GA because I got tickets from work. And that was, Rose Bowl, when you had to park near that mountain and walk all the way, that was a far walk.
Dude, I've gone to the Rose Bowl where Barcelona played, and it's just like the parking is, it's like 100,000 people there, right?
Yeah.
I think it's like 100,000 venue or some shit like that. It's crazy. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not 21 years old. Like, screw that shit. So I paid thousands of dollars for my tickets for me and, the person I went with. And we had the VIP area where you go get free drinks and they're playing music. Everything was top tier. And then person I was with just had one too many. And before my Morrissey show.
Before the Morrissey show?
Before the Morrissey show.
Because keep in mind,
The only reason I would go to a festival would be to see Morrissey. I don't care about anybody else.
Yeah.
No one else. Yes, they're amazing artists.
we
but
saw Blondie and the Psychedelic Furs, and they were pretty good.
Nice.
And they were pretty good. And what I liked about that festival is everybody who was there was either for Morrissey or they were for that other dark
Bauhaus.
Bauhaus.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Devo was fucking
Devo
dope.
was yeah. But what I liked is everybody led towards the pinnacle of the night, which was Morrissey. And the fact that you had to leave early, did you even get to hear him at all?
Zero, bro. Zero.
That's
You know how
heartbreaking.
much it hurt me to spend that much to not see my man?
Oh my God.
But is this relationship ongoing with her?
No.
There you go.
Are we cutting this out?
No. You can leave this in. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
It was Morrissey at his. I hate to say this.
What a jerk.
It was at his
He's
best.
rubbing it in.
It was
I know,
Morrissey was at his absolute best that night. And the reason was he knew it. He knew everybody was there for him. At the end of the day, he was in a good mood. But here's the flip side. He performs right here in our own backyard, the Toyota Arena in Ontario. And I think
He does? Or he
did.
will?
He
we
did.
went to that
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Did
okay.
you know? So that was it like about a year ago? 2 years ago still.
2 years ago or so.
Yeah, about a year after the Cruel World, maybe. I don't know, or something like that. And who threw it?
Was it Bobby D?
Bobby D the Entertainment. So Morrissey's doing the Toyota Arena, and I thought, this is gonna be cool. It's our
Who's
own
us?
backyard. And we went to the show. He wasn't in a good mood. He just was off, wasn't he?
Yeah, a little bit off.
He was a little off. It's just
It was fun, but he was a little off.
yeah.
So this is the thing, man. There's a bunch of people that will talk shit about Morrissey. Like, he's going to cancel. And it's just like, dude, if you're a Morrissey fan, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, it comes with Morrissey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you know he's either going to
Thank
be
you.
it or
Thank
he's
you.
not going
It
to be
comes
it.
with Morrissey.
Yeah.
If you love Morrissey, it comes with that. And you accept it. And, I accept it. There's been many a times where I've seen it, go to see Morrissey. He cuts it short or he just won't come on. And it's like, hey, guys, I'm just like,
He's
God.
like in his feelings.
Yeah.
Question about Cruel World.
Yeah.
Was all the food vegan?
No.
Are you vegan?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but Morrissey, when he
whenever
performs,
at a venue.
he makes the venue only sell vegan food.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, being a fan of Morrissey comes with its things, right? Like, for example, he's probably gonna cancel a few shows for health or age or whatever reason, but it's it's also this. The first time I saw Morrissey was at Coachella, 2009. This was so early, George, that it was none of my friends wanted to go with me. They thought I was some weird hippie, spiritual festival in the middle of the desert. And I said, no, it's this cool thing. Paul McCartney's headlining, The Killers, Morrissey, greatest Coachella lineup in my book anyway. So I went by myself. I went solo. And I get there and I'm about to watch Morrissey for the first time ever. And the only way I know Morrissey is from the Rebel days. So he plays these weird videos before he walks on stage, which you know.
Yep.
Oh, we saw each other at Hollywood High School. Hello.
Dude, you know what? My memory is that where Russell Brand was?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I remember seeing Russell Brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get there, Morrissey comes out. He performs halfway through his set, about maybe 6 songs in. There's a smell of barbecue because it's Coachella.
Oh, no.
And he goes, I smell the stench of burning flesh, and I hope to God it's human and not animal. And
Dude,
I go,
that's definitely
I like
Morrissey.
this guy.
That video that he plays before he plays Meat is Murder,
Oh, I know.
it's so bad, bro.
I know.
It's so bad where I'm like, man, it's so bad, but I still want a burger.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that sucks, but where's In-N-Out?
Yeah, In-N-Out.
Because it's true, though, because here's the thing. Animal cruelty is very much there, and it's very much happening.
Yeah.
But why do we want to see that, though? It's like,
And it's like a full-on 7 minutes, bro.
Yeah. It's a long song. You're right.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't know if I want to see it.
No.
It's not.
But I was one that ate burgers when I was watching What the Health. Ever seen the documentary What the Health? You should watch it one day. I think it might be on Netflix still. But it's really bad. And the slaughtering, the this, that.
Yeah.
As I'm like, this is really interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of health, you look great, man. You look fit. You look really, really fit. You got sober very, very early though. You were very young when you got sober.
I think I was 28, maybe. I think I was 28, right around there. I look healthy because I do a lot of squats.
That works.
Yeah, my sugar daddy's like me nice and tight.
Your buttocks it must be nice and firm, huh?
I mean, you got to bounce a quarter off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you shine it sometimes?
I do.
Okay,
Spit
good.
shine.
Thank you.
No, man. Honestly, dude, it's my sobriety. It's funny because yesterday when I picked up my mom, we were driving through South Central because I lived in Culver City for a while. So after living out here in the IE, so when we first came to this country, we lived in Reseda, then we moved to Fontana or Southgate, then Fontana, then Rialto, then Bloomington, then Rancho, then Alta Loma, then back to Fontana.
Yeah.
Like
That's
everywhere, bro.
yeah.
It was just like, moving around. I went to, you know how kids grow up where they go to the same school, same elementary school, same middle
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I grew up with that same mentality, but there's a lot more people like you
like
and
us.
me
Okay.
than we know.
So my brothers know, right? This is the difference that my brothers know because again they were older and they were able to stay at schools longer. But I finally ended up in the Valley. I was in the Valley for a while by Canoga Park,
Nice.
Culver City, La Cañada, La Crescenta, Eagle Rock. But I would take the bus from Culver City to South Central because I worked in South Central.
Wow.
And I would take the bus because I didn't have a car. I would take the bus because I didn't have a car, because I didn't have a license, because I got a DUI. All right. And so for me, my sobriety, and I've said this before in other podcasts and conversations I've had with people, was I was in pain, physical pain, emotional pain, and I was tired of fighting. I was tired of.
Why do you think you fought? You were always so apt to fighting all the time. What was it?
Well, there's two things. One's physical fighting. The other one is just fighting the alcohol itself. The desire to want to control the alcohol. I can't control it. Right? There's so many times where either men or women get drunk, like, hey man, I didn't intend to do that. I didn't intend to get that drunk. The drinks went over, and You say mean things, or, you know, maybe you don't say mean things. Maybe you do mean things, or maybe you forget certain things. But that's never your intention for most of us. It's not your intention. Your intention is not to black out. Your intention is not to pass out and throw up, or, you know, be loosey-goosey. Yeah. That's not your intention. Yeah. But it's a slippery fucking slope. And as long as that door is open, you can go down that slope. And so I went to AA meetings, court-ordered AA meetings.
What was it? The DUI that was your turning point, or
no?
What made you finally say
the pain? I was
the alcohol caused.
Yeah, I had the shakes, like that bad. Like it wasn't like, oh, like I want to go hang. Like no, like I had the shakes, that bad. Yeah, you know, I lost. You know, again, the houses, the cars, the money. I'm taking a bus. I don't have a license. Been to jail. It was painful to know that I caused this to myself.
Like, I did this to myself.
And the thing is, you know, logically, I knew I had to stop a long time ago. Like, man, I should stop this shit. Man, I should stop this shit. Like, nah, like. I always go overboard. I should stop this shit. But the emotional side of me was like, fuck, I want another drink. Fuck, I want another drink. And so once I was able to connect that, I remember sitting on my porch in Culver City. Beautiful day, man. You're by the beach. I would run to the beach. And I had an interview lined up. And I was so nervous because I'm prepping for this interview. I went to the gas station. I bought 3 tall cans. And I remember popping one of them, taking a drink.
You drank alcohol before the interview?
As I was prepping for it. No, not the interview, but just prepping for it.
Okay.
Like trying to.
He's all dang.
That's a problem. No, so dude, I'm just sitting out there, man. And there was this older gentleman that would sit on his porch on his side. So I'm sitting, you know, at the porch, 405's right in front. And I'm not a religious guy. I'm not a believer guy. But I do remember asking God in that moment, please help me get this job. Please, 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 please. Like begging, and crying and just like, I'm so tired. Like my body hurts physically. Like my liver hurts, you know, like I got the shakes, like I'm broke. I don't have anything. Like material things are gone. And just saying like, please, like, fuck, like, help me get this shit. And that was it. Like that one drink that I took from that tall can, that's when my journey began to be sober.
You got the job?
I got the job. Awesome. And within 3 months, I was teaching the entire West Coast. And that's the thing. That's when that drive with my mom, she was like, hey, tell your friend how within 3 months you were already teaching the entire West Coast of that banking institution, and how within a year they were offering you a branch. I'm like, I don't want to tell her that.
Wow.
And she's like, tell her.
So all that happened because you stopped drinking, but you stopped drinking because it was about to happen.
I didn't understand the question.
So you're about to get the job.
No, I was going to interview.
You're going for the job. You want the job,
right?
And you're hoping that you do get the job. And if you get the job, you made a promise to yourself that you're going to stop drinking. Is that what happened?
Yeah, like I wanted to change my life. Like the direction where my life was that it was going in. It was just like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
I'm in pain, and again, the pain, the physical pain, and the emotional pain.
Yeah.
And so it's hard, man. It's harder for some people. I remember calling a guy a random dude, right? Random party line guy. No, a random dude, and just being like, "Yo, dude, you asked me to call you if I ever needed a favor." And he's like, "I got you. What's up?" I'm like, "I feel like I need a drink. Like I'm fucking struggling, bro. Like I'm fucking struggling." He's like, "I got you." He's like, "Send me your address. I'll go pick you up right now." And he came, picked me up, took me to Santa Monica. The relationship I was in at the time wasn't advantageous. I was trying to get sober, and I was with someone who was an alcoholic. You know, and
that won't help.
Does AA really help?
100%, man. I think you just have to have an open mind. I think it's so at the end of the day, what an AA is, it's just people sharing their story, their personal story. Like, and that's it. I heard Danny Trejo speak. I heard the guy from Daft Punk speak. I also heard some fools do some crazy weird shit that I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
No one's pressuring you to volunteer. Mind you, there are weird people everywhere, right? Weird people in churches, weird people in AA, weird people in schools. There's always weird people that might want to push a certain agenda. But if you're open and just like, oh, okay, cool. Like that's your process, right? But it helped me so much. It helped me so much going to the AA meetings voluntarily, and then going to the ones that were court ordered. I remember this guy, just big Debo looking dude, man, big black guy, man. And just saying, he's like, a lot of you guys are in here thinking like, oh, I was wet and reckless. Oh, I only had a beer. How many times did you get away? How many times could you have killed someone? Be thankful that you're here.
It's true.
That it's just because of this.
Right.
And then the other one was a story where he said a mom at home's unwinding, has a bottle of wine or 2 glasses of wine. Her kid gets sick or something happens with her kid. Immediate reaction for her wasn't to call 911, was to just get the kid, put him in the car and start driving to the hospital. DUI, take the kid away. Endangerment. He's like, as long as that door is open, he's like, he said, and I thought about my brothers, dude, because obviously you know how close I am with my brothers. Anytime there was a fight, like, where are you guys at? Like, my brothers are like, obviously they're tatted on my arm. People always ask me like, oh, those 2 kids? My brother's like, oh, did they pass away? It's like, no, they're living. They're like right there. I love these guys, man. And so if I ever got a call from them and they were ever in trouble, like, it's just, there's no questions asked, like, where? And so I got to jump in my car and take off. But if I've been drinking,
How are you going to do that?
how am I going to do that? So I needed to close that door. Like, I can't be on a slippery slope. I can't be the best son. I can't be the best partner. I can't be the best brother. I can't be the best lender. For me, I can't do that. And that acceptance of defeat is fucking hard, especially with my personality, because my personality is to fight. Right. So you ask that question, was it like, why is it always fighting? It's like, that's what I come with. I'm tenacious. I'm gonna break down that wall. Like, we got an argument, then let's throw blows, or let's figure out a way to argue this situation. So it's always fighting. I've always had to fight for what I have. But when I couldn't fight alcohol and the motherfucker kept beating me, it's just like, that gut check to be like, I have to accept defeat. And so it beat me.
Kind of humbling in a way, though.
1,000%. Right. I didn't drink until I was 21. Wow. Yeah. It's just not for me.
But I'm glad we're talking about this, though.
But that's good. Like, it isn't for everybody.
No, it's different routes for everybody. But it takes a lot of courage, though, or it takes somebody with humility to make that decision to go to AA, because it's scary for a lot of people, and people don't even know where do I begin looking? Which AA do I go to? Do I look it up on the
There's some weird people. Again, these are the things you have to understand, right? So I went to some meetings where I'm like, fuck this, I'm not coming back. They're talking about like plungers on the wall and doing weird shit to themselves because that's what happened to them. But I don't want to come back to these folks, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, bro.
Some people are in a dark place, man.
Brad. I was listening. I'm like, dude, am I in the fucking wrong meeting?
Yeah.
Is this like
But the good thing is you stopped before you got that way. Like, you didn't do any of that crazy stuff.
with the plunger? No, I did not do it.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, you realized that you could go off the rails and stop before you did it.
I was.
And it doesn't happen like that normally.
I had to. This guy in Santa Monica, I remember him. And again, man, these things are like vivid in my mind. These conversations, dude. It's you can feel the breeze from the beach, and we're out after this meeting, and I was maybe like 27, 28, and the guy's, he's talking to me, older man, long, peppered hair. probably like 50, 60. And I just told him, I was like, I wish I could drink, man. I wish I could. I want like a whiskey neat. You know, like to this day, when I hear glass, ice hit a glass, like it's an immediate, like it's just so immediate. The picture that comes in my mind, which is, you know, whiskey on the rocks, and be my drink. But he said, he goes, George, you know, in his way, young man, he's like, be glad that you're understanding like what it is to be sober at this age. Because I wish that at your age, I would have made the choice to come to these meetings. He goes, I lost my family, you know, and he starts naming everything. And he said, everybody else can drink is because they're normies. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, that's what we call them. Normies. Someone who can drink and can go to work. Someone who can have a beer and go to work. Someone who have a beer and go to sleep. Someone who can be normal about alcohol. Some of us have a propensity to drink more, and we're called alcoholics. He's like, and once you accept that, he's like, you'll be fine. That there are normal people that can do it normally. And so who can tell you whether you're an alcoholic or not? Your friends and family, they're always going to tell you, like, you have a problem, you have a problem, you have a problem, you have a problem. But if you don't want to accept it, you're not going to do shit. There's so many people that reached out to me after I got sober. Can you talk to my husband? Can you talk to my wife? Can you talk to my children? And I would tell them, like, dude, do you know how long I struggled to accept it for myself? You can, like, tell them over and over and over and over and over. And they could even be in their mind logically, I should. But until, it's not like hitting rock bottom. It's just until you're ready. And it might be until you hit rock bottom.
It's until you make that decision.
You have to. You have to align emotion with logic. Because again, logically, most of us who make those mistakes, especially with alcohol, would say, I should stop. I should. But why don't you?
Films and movies do not glamorize the AA meetings because, you know, you always see some superhero going in there, you know, after hitting rock bottom, and it's like this green tinted room in the back of a warehouse, and there's like these $4 cookies and with a coffee,
little donuts and coffee.
Yeah. Like that's the last place I want to be, but it's
nothing like that, bro. Nothing like that. I'm telling you, when I went to the ones in Santa Monica and Culver City, bunch of people outside. Like I'm talking about, like, let's say I'm walking up and there's 30 people outside, 30 different groups. Yeah, some people are having cigarettes, some people are having coffee. Yeah. You walk inside, full auditorium, right? Seats, all facing forward, you know? Not like those like 5 little circles around circle jerking shit. Yeah. None of that. Not one AA meeting that I went to, and I went to a bunch of them where they like how they were in the movies. I went to ones in Brentwood. That's where I heard the guy from Daft Punk speak. He was on, I don't know what album he was on, but it's this older guy. And it's like nice people. Yeah. Nice places. So, no, it's not like the movies. I mean, I'm sure there are some like the movies, but that wasn't my experience.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Well, applause to you.
Thank you, sir.
You've that's a big thing. That's what real men do. That's what real men do. They see what's happened with their lives, and they accept it. They can title that what happened, and then they can make that decision to change it.
Yeah, it's
and you have.
It's been fun, man. I'm glad. I'm happy with who I am.
I'm happy with who I am.
Yeah, I'm happy with who I am. I don't need the alcohol. And again, I just put on a scale, right? So you have a scale, and alcohol gives me what? But then over here, it's like I get to see my mom. I get to talk to my mom.
Yeah.
Hang out with my mom. Be sober with my mom. Yeah. Enjoy time with my brothers. Enjoy time with my dad.
Because George, isn't it really all about being present, being there with the people that you love? And I feel like things like alcohol and things like drugs and partying and it could be anything, sex or whatever, lust, porn, all of it could take your mind away from those real raw moments where you really want to be with the people that you love.
It's a form of escape.
Mm-hmm.
It's a form of not feeling. I don't want to feel this shit. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel pain. I don't want to feel disappointment. I don't want to feel heartache over someone I lost.
Yeah.
And again, sometimes people say like, no, I'm not in pain. I just want to have a good time. Well, then you don't like yourself then. Oh, I need to drink so I can dance. It's like, no, you don't. You just are afraid of what people might think of you. You want to sleep that part of you in your brain.
That's that liquid courage.
It's a liquid courage. I mean, alcohol lowers your inhibitions, but again, that's just for me, right?
Yeah.
Me. Like, there's plenty of people that can function fine. I just know I'm not one of them. And I'm glad that I made that choice back then. It was just crazy. Like, just like the party cruise stuff was crazy. Like, you know, when it wasn't no more party cruise, but it was like partying in Hollywood, you know, partying at the Foundation Room, at the House of Blues, partying with rockabilly bands and doing some crazy shit. And again, fun nights. I have a ton of stories, bro. A ton of stories that, like, you sometimes see it in movies. It's like, oh yeah, that's real. Oh yeah, that happens. Oh yeah, you know, like, I don't think many people could say that they lived, let's say, like the life that we've had. Yeah. And the stories that we have, especially maybe people in the Midwest, you know, or people that maybe reserve. Like, I've lived a life. Yeah. I've done so much. Yeah. But I'm glad that I did it when I did it.
Right.
I did it when I was in my teenage years, you know, in my early 20s. Like, doing that shit right now, bro, I want to go to sleep. I want some cookies and I want to watch Naked and Afraid. Fuck all that.
Yes.
You've taken that energy and you put it into dancing, you put it into TikTok, and you've blown up, dude.
I don't know why. That shit is so weird, bro.
But it happens. It happens when you least expect it.
Yeah.
I listen to music all the time. The song came on. I put my phone down, hit record. I danced. And then I had doubts. Like, do I upload this? Like, I look like a fucking weirdo. Fuck it. Upload. Went upstairs, went to bed. And I wake up and I'm like,
ding, ding, ding.
It does take that kind of I don't care. Because whenever I posted a video of I don't care to TikTok, when I first started TikTok would blow us up. Instagram, on the other hand, is racist against me.
No lie, though. Instagram's like, I hate you, and you're going to get 2 likes.
I tell you, bro. I appreciate you coming down and be here, man. I hope you had a good time on our podcast. And
I really enjoyed her company. It's really nice.
Most people do.
Freddie does too.
No, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I know we're going to have you on the podcast as well. I'd like to have you on the podcast.
Oh,
too.
Nice.
Yeah. I told Mike, my brother Mike Miguel, that I was coming here. He's like, fuck, I want to go. But he wasn't able to come. So then, you know, one of these days, maybe you can have them on, and I'm sure they have their stories.
I miss them. I want to see them again soon. Let me know, you know, we can get together sometime, you know, before the event.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah. Let
really
me know.
Cool.
It'd be good to see you guys.
Thank you both. I appreciate you. And
George, you've come a long way. And I didn't say that easy when I said, you know, real men change, you know, make those decisions in life and change their life from nothing to something, you know. And it takes not just changing the life, the act, but it's the decision. And that's sometimes the most important thing, to just make that decision. And the fact that you did that, and you painted a good picture on, it's not all AA meetings are like the movies.
No, bro. And what I would say is this, man, and I guess this could be just my final message. My mom, yesterday in the car, we're talking, and I said, look, it's easy. She goes, George, everything isn't easy. I said, well, that's always my perspective of things. My sobriety is easy. You know, starting a podcast is easy. Starting a clothing company is easy. Everything is easy for me because it's all based on a decision. Like, do I have the guts and the power to just continue every day to push through?
And the charities too. You got the charities going on too and everything, right? So you're kind of like all over the place.
Yeah. I like to stay busy, man. Like the whole thing we talked about in the beginning, it's like, you know, you want to quiet the noise sometimes, but it's all a matter of choice.
Well, you know, I enjoy being the caveman with the beard, you know, and on a Wednesday night, nobody's watching me. I'm just like, you know, and here just making magic, doing what I do, you know. I love it.
I know.
Really do.
I really love being home now.
Yeah.
Before I used to want to be out every single day. Yeah. Just be away, be out. And now I'm like, I just want to be home. It feels so good to be at home.
It comes with age. And here's the thing, man. We have this little device in our pocket that is self-inflicted noise that we get to choose whether we add it to our sphere or not. And it's our phone. You know, it's like I learned don't take a phone into an appointment. You know, even putting it face down. It's a psychological thing for a person to know. It's like, oh, they're waiting for a phone call. They're waiting for a phone call.
Right.
You know, when you're on a date, you know, with your girl.
I was going to ask, what about first dates? What do you think about that?
Why would you have it out?
Why would you have, like, just put your
I wouldn't have it out.
People are addicted, man. People are,
sure.
They're like,
choice.
That would
decision.
be a total turn off for me. That would be a total turn off for me if you were on your phone during a first date. Because I wouldn't do it.
I mean, there's certain things where it's like my business runs on social media, right?
Yeah, if it's your work phone and you kind of are on call or something, or you're, you know, that I get. Like,
but you have to be present.
That's the thing. You got to be present.
You got to be present.
That's
so to be there's this thing that Gnosticism that was taught to me when I was a little kid. It's like, where am I at? Who am I with? What am I doing? Where am I at? Who am I with? What am I doing? Where am I at? Who am I with? What am I doing? Ask yourself that.
Yeah, self-awareness.
So it's like every time it's like bringing you back to like, oh shit, a Freddy Rivera podcast.
I was talking to Michelle, but every time before we do an interview, I say, okay, this person does this, they do this, they do this, they do this. Sure, we can talk about that, but I want to know why. You know, let's ask why. You know, because then you kind of get to the real,
It's deeper conversation.
Yeah.
You want to ask me why?
Yeah, why?
Why do I do all of those things?
Yeah, all of those things.
Well, I think
I do a lot, man. I do a lot, and I will say that I function better doing a lot, but I want to leave it better than I found it. I have no kids, right? I have no kids, but I give to children in foster care.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. It's nice to know that there's kids out there that are, having a good Christmas because our audience helps us with that. And so I just want to leave it better than I found it.
Nice.
And
well, I'm curious about this. We've been talking about all this stuff about your life and how we change and how we grow older. And the one thing I really want to know is this: what is your favorite Morrissey song?
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
So, God. I'll tell you why though.
Okay.
The why.
Yeah, I'll tell you the why. I loved my grandma, my abuelita. She I have her tatted up here. And here's my grandfather. I grew up with my grandparents, right? And it's a multi-generational household, right? So abuelita's there. My abuelita had a room. I always spent time with her. I was the first grandson. So received so much love from her. And sometimes there's love songs. There's love songs like between a man and a woman, and it's heartache. And I don't hear that love connection. You get that? You get that too. I don't hear that, but I hear the love of just the person that you care about. And so for me, I would say the one that reminds me of my grandmother when he's pleading in the song is Ouija board.
Oh,
would you work for me?
Yeah.
Would you please work for me?
Right.
So I miss her so much. And that song, like when he's pleading in that song, it's just, it makes me fucking bald, dude. It makes me think of my grandmother. So there you go. Ouija board, Morrissey.
I Know It's Over is probably, that I Know It's Over is one of my favorites. You know which one that is?
Yeah,
that one is great, man. I don't know what it is. Just it's just nobody writes like from so much pain as well as Morrissey does.
Oh man, Morrissey. I'm a sad person. I know it sounds weird, but I'm a sad person. Like I hear songs and I just get sad. But like I love sadness. I don't know what. Maybe it's a feeling of sadness. Like
makes you feel alive, doesn't it? Though
it does, man. It does, especially when you listen to like that song. I know it's over. Still I cling.
We were talking about identity too, because when before, they were like, Freddie, you used to be so positive. You used to be so this, and now you're just so deep and emotional, and this and this and that. And I said, well, hold on. I've always been deep and emotional. I just masked it with a bright, energetic, personality. So you were talking about we're always the same. Well, yeah, at our core, I've always been the same, and I haven't changed. Who I am. It's just I'm more real and more raw now, and less of a mask. And that's why I said how thankful are we to be able to be the people we are now in this world versus, I guess, the old version of ourselves.
It's like a form of acceptance, right?
Yeah.
It's a form of acceptance where like I've always been this way.
Yeah.
But I've masked it and I maybe didn't want to share it.
Yeah.
But now I get to be me because you know what? I love me. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
I have good feelings. I have a good heart.
Yeah.
I do good.
Yeah.
Like I should not everybody needs to like me. That's one thing about the podcast stuff where it's like there's 7 billion people in the world, right? Mm-hmm. So what am I supposed to fucking get along with everybody and have the same point of view? It's like, nah, bro, I don't work that way. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people I'm not going to get along with. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that are not going to like me. That's okay. It's not like, screw you. No, it's okay you don't like me. There's a lot of girls that don't like bald guys. Like, what, am I going to get mad and pissed and all of a sudden start wearing a wig? No, I'm a bald, guy with the brocha. But it's okay not to be liked by everybody as long as you like yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, George, man, I didn't expect such a deep so much wise words and anecdotes came out of this interview with you, and
probably some curse words. I'm sorry.
It's not good.
Well, knowing that I have an ongoing Feet Finder account with you, then that just made everything. That
I got you. I got you, puppy.
George, say hi to your brothers for me. I miss them, and I would love to see them soon. But George, thank you for being on the show, and you're always welcome back, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
Thank you
very much, man.
Let's give it up for George.
Oh, we're clapping. Oh, we're clapping again. Okay.
I can't help it.